folding our fabric in 4. We have it in 4 folds like this. Is 4 folded here in this way. So after folding it, we'll put our guideline. This is a shoulder line, and it's going to be our guideline. And this is the horizontal line that will be our shoulder line. We're actually making use of this. This fabric is 1 yard of fabric, a bale material that comes by 60, not African print. African print comes by 45. So this bale material comes by 60, and we're making use of this 1 yard of fabric to make this kimono top. This is a kimono top that starts from the shoulder to my hip line. That's where the length of this dress stops. So now, as I've drawn our line, but before that, pay attention. This part now that is open is going to be sleeve, and this part here is going to be our neck part. So take note of it so that you won't make a grievous mistake. Okay. So if you're just joining my channel, you're welcome to this channel. Hit the right button and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to turn your notification bell so that you won't miss out from any of my sewing tutorials. If you've been following me, I'm so happy to have you back in my channel. So let's go on. I'm marking 3 inches here. That's the standard 3 inches, 8 inches standard. If you've been following me, you understand what I'm saying. Well, if this is your first time, I will take my time to explain. So this is the 8 inches here. And remember, we used to do it this way. For this 8 inches, we'll mark 1 inch slope down and then connect to the 3 inches. But because this is a kimono top, I'm not going to connect from that 8 inches. I'm going to check the shoulder for my kimono, which is from this point here to here is giving me 17. That from the center of my neck to the sleeve area is 17 inches. And at that 17 inches, I'll mark 1.5 inches slope down. That's from there. And at this neck part here, I'm not maintaining that 3 inch standard. I'm extending the neck to 5 inches. I want the neck to be to 5 inches. So that's why I'm marking 5 inches there. Then I'm going to connect this new slope down here now to that 5 inches slope, that 5 inches neck part. So I've connected it this way now. Okay. At this point now, I'll start putting my measurements. So in making kimono dresses or kimono top, the things we need are, the first one here is the bust point, that's 11 inches here. The next one is under bust, which is 15 inches here. And the next is my waist. This is the waist. My waist is 17, but I'm marking 18 because I'm going to join it to the down part. Actually, the length of this dress is to my hips. That is 28 inches. That's why I'm having 18 inches cut out here. So I'll make them into a straight lines. All those vertical measurements, I'm forming them into a straight line like this. So I formed all the straight lines, and I'll put the neck measurements. The neck depth I'm making use of here is 3 inches depth for the front and 1 inch depth for the back, like as you see it here. And I will extend it here to 5 inches and mark for the width of the neck. That's the 5 inches width for the neck. And here I'm forming a block, or you can say a square, so that this square I'm forming here will help me to get my perfect neckline. It will help to form my perfect neckline like this. So I'm curving it with freehand. You can use a French curve to do so, but if you don't have, pay attention and learn how to use a freehand. So now I'm covering the front neckline here. This is how to curve the front neckline like this. I didn't cover it directly to that line because I'm also giving that part to be my sewing allowance. I'm actually minimizing my fabric because it's just 1 inch fabric. So at this point now, I will mark the horizontal measurement. That's the circumference of my chest measurement here. That's my bust measurement. The is 10.5 here. But because this is a free top, I have to add allowances to it. So here added allowances, and this is what I have here. So at that point is where I'm going to take note of. It's going to be free. To the next part is going to be my underbust, and the circumference of my underbust. This circumference of my underbust is divided by 4. Ground of my underbust divided by 4. Whatever I have, I added 1 inch freedom to it. Like I said, this is a free top. Added 1 inch free allowance to it, and I have 10 there. Then the next part is my waist measurement here. The waist measurement, the circumference of my waist measurement divided by 4. Whatever I have, I added allowance to it, and this is what I have. So at this point now, I'm going to connect all those points, the 3 points. Take notes in measuring kimono tops, kimono gowns, or whatever. This is how these 3 parts now, the bust point, underbust, and the waist. These 2 parts now are the most important part you're going to take note of to curve this part, because here we are not covering armhole separate. We are not having this sleeve joined to the body. We're not going to have a joining at the sleeve part. So now I curved that place here now. The next part I'm moving to is the sleeve opening part. I want to have it slanted, and to have a slanted sleeve there, I came in by 1 inch. Instead of that 17, I removed 1 from there, and I came in here. Then I'm connecting it back to the shoulder line where the 17 inches started from. So now I've got my clothes ready. We are almost done. The next thing I'll do now is just to add allowances to it. Start sewing allowances. I'm adding sewing allowance to all of them. If you're enjoying this video so far, stay with us to the end of this episode and learn how to do it. And don't forget to like and share with your friends and family. Subscribe to this channel if I'm giving you a massive value. If what you're learning here is you're getting a massive value from it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Some of you have been watching my channel without subscribing. You've been watching without liking. Please like and comment. Okay, now, so let's move on to what we are doing. In cutting now, you pay attention. Pay attention, please. I'm cutting both the front and the back together. But the first thing I'm cutting here is the back neck, as I did now. Then I'll cut the shoulder and the other parts. I'm cutting them together. As after cutting all those parts now, I will separate this neck. I'll separate the neck and cut off the front parts. So now I'm cutting, and when you look at it, I'm cutting along the allowances I gave. So I'm cutting through those allowances there. Now I'll separate this back from the front. As I'm doing now, I've separated it. I've removed the back under and adjusting this front now. Then I'll cut it off. But if the back is lower to that of the front, I'm going to cut the one that is shorter first, and then separate and trim off the next one. So our cloth is as good as done. This is our kimono top getting ready. I'll set it aside and get the lower parts. So I'm going to make use of this fabric now to cut the lower parts of the dress. So here now I'm going to make use of this remaining part to get it both the front and the back. It's still in 4 folds. So one part will be for the front and one part will be for the back. Like this now, this for the front and this for the back. And for me to get this front part now, I will get the upper body. That's the upper part that I've cut. I will get it to locate and ascertain the length. The length I used, which is here, that's my waist length. I used 11 inches here. So that 11 inches is what I'm going to mark here, because after cutting it, I'm going to join this front part. This is the front part I'm cutting actually. I'm going to join it back to that body I took away now. So here this is 11 inches, and this here now is going to be my waist. That's the length of the dress. So here now is the waist, and my waist is 12.5. That's the circumference of the waist divided by 4 is 12.5 here. I will also an allowance to it and freedom. Remember, I added freedom to the other parts when I was cutting them. So the same thing, I also add freedom and sun allowances here. So after doing that, I'll connect the 2 points together, like as I'm doing now. I connected the 2 points and I'll cut it off. But let me set it aside first. This is the back one. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm just going to set it aside because I will use a rubber tray to gather it together. Okay, so this part now, I'll just cut it off. And we'll stay tuned to this channel and see how this dress, how I'll join this dress. Okay, so this is the joining part. We're going to join all the parts together and form a kimono dress. So now I'm going to open it for you to see how it looks like. Okay, so this is it. This is the kimono dress we just cut out now. We're going to join it, and just take note of it. The front, see how deep the front neck is and how the back is. We're going to join at the shoulder here. We'll use 1 inch to join because after joining it, we're going to attach a rope to it. So I've joined it now. This is it, and I've gotten my ropes ready. This is how the part is. Now this is the rough side. Look at it, and this is the rope I've made. I formed all this rope, 2 ropes on this shoulder and 2 ropes on the other shoulder. I will show you how to attach these ropes to it. Okay, now I've not hemmed the neck yet. You put the rope first here, like this. I hope you can see it. Pay close attention. Okay, I'll sew it all through. Then grab the second one and do the same thing, like this. The same thing I'll also do to the other side of the shoulder, like this. Okay, but before that, before joining it, you have to hem the sleeve. You just hem small part of the sleeve. Look at it. I just hem this part here so that I will have a neat work at the end of it. So after hemming it, and this rough part is in this way, I'll put the rope like this and fold that rough side like this. Then I'll hold it together. See how I'm folding it? You fold it and then you sew. Look at it. See both the in and the out. Both the in and the out are neat. They are looking very nice. Okay. So now I've joined all the ropes. You can draw it now. Pay attention. Oh. Some people will make mistake while doing this. Just pay closer attention. You don't sew on the rope. You sew on that the rough side. That's the allowance that you have. You sew on it. So that you can have a movement, so that the rope we can move in or out. You can draw it any length you want. So now I'm going to pipe the neck. That's the next. I'm explaining this step by step on how to do this. So the next one now is to pipe the neck. Piping the neck, now you measure the round neck. See, after measuring the round neck, you get a straight. This is a bias. You can use a bias or use the fabric to form bias. The bias I made this 2 inches for bias that is at that length. So now I've piped the neck and this is how it is. The next part now will be to hem, to join the sides. To join the sides. After joining the sides like this, then I will finish up the sleeve part. This sleeve part here, then I'll finish it up. Okay. Now this is the dress. I will grab this, the front one, and it has lining. It has lining. This lining will be used to cover this rope because it has a rope at the front. This way the rope is going to be at those points now. That's why I made use of the lining to cover everything. Okay, I'll also bring the back to show you. So I've joined all those parts. This is it. Everything I've joined it all. Both the front, both the side seam, the neck, the hand, the rope, and all. Then the next one that is remaining is just the down part of it. And this is the back. I've gathered it with my rubber threads, and it has elastic. See, it has elastic at the waist part here. So I'm going to join it with the front. So this is the front part now. I've joined the lining to it, but I left an opening where the rope will pass through. Okay, I'm going to show you how to join it. So you grab this one first and join it with the front part like this. I'm going to sew it inside so that everything will be neat. You join it this way. Okay, after joining it, you'll then attach the rope. This is the rope. I'm going to attach it to the front. You look closely so that you see how it's done. Like I said, there is an opening when you are joining the lining to this front part here. You leave an opening like this opening and left here. That's where the rope is going to come out from. So after putting the rope, I'm going to sew a straight line and then close that opening. And as I'm closing the opening, I have to make sure that, look at it, I will make sure that I do not sew on the rope so that I will have easy movement. Then this is the inside, this is the rough side, and this is the right side of the clothes. And this is the rope now. I can draw it up and I can straighten it as well. So now I will locate the front here and locate the front of this down part and then join it. That's the dress. Wow. So this is the outcome of the dress. I'm just rocking it. I'm rocking my dress. So go to the comment section and ask your questions. I'll be glad to attend to all the questions. See how beautiful it's looking. Subscribe to this channel if you are enjoying this tutorial. Click the red button, share to your friends and families. Bye. Thank you.